And okay, and we are live. Hello, everybody. It is a
Hi,
Friday
everyone.
night, and we are back. Allison and I's first Friday night sidekicks of the new year. So, for people we haven't talked to yet, Happy New Year. That's popping in.
Happy
Like
New
Miss
Year.
Mama Sushi here. Hello, Amanda. How are you? I saw that. I asked how you and little baby Sushi, little Aurora, was doing, and she's almost going to celebrate her first birthday. How sweet. So, yep. Her daughter's name is Aurora. She's such a cute little baby.
I thought she
Um,
was like 6 months old.
oh no, she's almost a year now.
When's her
So,
birthday?
yeah, Amanda, when's her birthday? So we have Ange, we got the Mama Sushi, and we have Tom currently driving, but plan to join the chat once I'm back home.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
So looking to
Tom. Who was before
see
that? Was it
Ange.
Ange? Hi,
Mm-hmm.
Ange.
Janet, she
Hi,
goes,
Janet.
happy dance. Let's see. So everyone's saying hi to each other. Yeah, Ange. Wow, Mama Sushi, your baby is almost one already. Wow. And Jess J from Majestic Oracle is here. Hello, hello. Moira, good to see you, my dear. The room is filling up, and Chris is here. Hello, Chris. Hello to you and to Reggie hubby. Hope you're having a good day. And Bobby, what's up, Bobby Boo? What's going on? How you doing? March 30th, little Aries baby. So in a
March
couple
30th.
months.
Okay.
Yep. So
10
she's a
months.
little
For
Aries.
2 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
2.5 months.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of hubby, there's Reggie. Hello, Reggie. Vivian is here. Hello, Vivian. Oh, room chat is filling up. Hey, Padawan. Hello, all. Who are you calling? Oh, Chris is Padawan. I was like, who are you calling a Padawan?
What's up, Lulu?
Oh, yeah. She's got her little Lulu. Oh my God, everybody.
She's over
Lulu
here
is
begging
adorable.
for. I got new biscuits, and she.
Ooh.
And I don't usually do biscuits. They get all meat treats and whatever. And I got some. So she's, yeah, because
But
they're,
mommy.
yeah.
So Jay says can't stay. Have a good night. Thanks for popping in, Jay. And Miss Taro D is here. Mwah! Hello, Miss Taro
Hi, Miss
D.
Tara D. I'm just handing her a couple
Good
treats.
to see you. And Garnet is here. Heather blooming among the wild mountain thyme. Oh, I love that. I haven't heard that in a while, Garnet. Thank you, my
Okay.
dear. So everybody, we hope you had a good week. And yeah, we're going to be talking a little bit about numerology. Allison thought that would be a great idea, and I know she's got some basics of numerology. And I pulled a couple of my favorite hermit cards from my decks to share with
Oh,
everybody in some of the writings because this is the hermit year, number 9. So,
okay.
yeah, so a little bit of everything. But as always, girl, how was your week? Back to school? She's like,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah. It was fine. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the best place to put this. Okay, you guys, I'm just going to talk about the elephant in the room. So my dog is over here tripping out. My little Chihuahua, and she actually, I will go ahead and show her really quick.
Oh, I want to see her. Oh, look at her.
Can you guys see her?
Hi, Lulu.
So, and yes, there's a towel on the floor. I decided a while ago that's the best thing to do when you're back and forth with your dogs constantly. It beats the hell out of a rug. So you can pick it up and throw it in the washing machine. Salt constantly. Salt. Anyways, and she sits on it because she won't sit on the wood floor because it's cold on her butt. Anyways,
Oh, we can't
um
have that. We can't have that now,
she
can
and
we?
Scout's over there asleep. I was just telling Heather he's not feeling fabulous, but I got new treats the other day, and she's just jonesing, which is hilarious because she's not really a big foodie at all, but she really likes these new treats.
Yes,
So,
she is a sweetie.
but anyways, this week, see, she wants more. They're
And Miss
really.
Taro D loves her. I know Miss Taro
Oh,
D.
that's
Allison's
right.
got,
She's
she was,
here. So could you see her, Miss Tarody? Could you see
yep,
her well?
everybody saw her. Yep. Ange
She's a
says, "Oh
little
my
tiny
God, she's
thing.
adorable." She
Mr.
says.
Hardy, uh she weighs 9.5 pounds. So she's not little. She's probably bigger than yours, because most Chihuahuas are, depending on how little they are, right? They can be really, really tiny, but like up to 7 pounds
Mm-hmm.
usually. She's definitely mixed with something, but she doesn't look like anything but a Chihuahua. But based on size alone, it's like, yeah, she's mixed with something.
Yes,
So
Lola.
yeah. So, anyways, this week was back to school, pretty
Hi, Audra.
non-eventful.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Bobby
what
says
happened this
his is
week?
11 pounds. Bobby's got a Chihuahua too, and Bobby says his is 11 pounds.
Um, yeah, and it depends. Like, if you know your Chihuahua is straight Chihuahua, you know. Also, she's very lean. She's not overweight at all. In fact, she's a little underweight, in my opinion. Um, but the vet says she's fine, and whatever. 4 pounds, and yeah, exactly. I
And
almost
the
said that,
older one
Mr.
is
Odie,
6.
like 4. I know that like they can go quite small. It is 6, yeah, which is a standard because they're
And
little dogs, right?
her name
Um,
is Lulu.
Lulu. But you know what's so funny? Her real name is Lululemon. That's where it originated or started. But slowly but surely, but I always called her Lulu.
Hi, Ellen. Yep.
Because I was a fitness trainer for a really long time, and I lived in Lululemon and whatever. And normally I wouldn't. That's not. My ex-boyfriend at the time wanted to name her that, and I agreed when I couldn't come up with a name with her. She was almost named Olive. Like, her name almost was Olive. And in hindsight, I wish I'd named her Olive, but whatever.
Oh, I love
Um,
Lulu.
it is. It's very cute. But and Heather and I have talked about this slowly but
Hi,
surely,
Karen.
and it just started. I started calling her Luli. I call her Luli like more than I call her anything else, to be perfectly honest. I also call her Lulubelle, but her name's Lulu. She answers to all those things. She knows you're talking to her. Um, but anyways, yeah, it's Lulu. So
And
um,
Karen joined us, and she goes, "Walked in as Allison says, 7 pounds." And I thought all my kids average 7 pounds when born. We're talking
aw,
about her little puppy dog.
aw,
That's cute.
yeah.
And we've had a
Um,
couple people join us. So Audra is here. Alan R has joined us. So thank you everybody for popping in and saying hi to Allison and I. Let's see. Miss Terrell D said my baby is Lowella after the vet tech from the Humane Society pronounced
I'll bring it
Lola.
back.
Lola. Uh-oh. It must be biscuit time. So yeah, everybody, thanks for joining. I absolutely adore her Lulu. My Lilu, her name when I adopted her, when I met her and adopted her was Lulu. And then one day I accidentally called her Lilu after Lilu from The Fifth Element. And when I said that, her head kind of went, huh? And we're like, okay, her name's, Lilu now. So a lot of the traits and the gestures and body movements and everything and the ears that her Lulu does reminds me of my Lilu. My Lilu was probably a Chihuahua mix, but probably with like a Greyhound or a Whippet or something. So, and oh, Shelby, happy belated birthday. Hope you had a lovely day. And everyone's saying hello. That's wonderful. So, hopefully, I know her little scout is feeling a little under the weather. So, he's taking a nap right now. So, maybe send some love and light and some healing hugs to Scout. As we get older, you know how things go. So let's see. How are you? Aw. So Miss Tarot D, it's so nice to see you popping into chat and care. Oops, thumbs up for Friday Night Gals. Aw, thank you. Um, So, yeah, I hope everything's okay. So, let's see. That's okay. Chris sharing a message with Bobby. Let's see. She's an apple head black chihuahua named Pearl. She's black, so she's my little black pearl. Oh, the black pearl. I could never utter my order right for the black pearl, Captain Jack. Or as I say, Captain Bobby. Captain. Oh, the dread. What was it from? The Dread Pirate Roberts or Robert. There we go, Bobby. You can be from um the bride. Oh my God, why can't I think tonight? The Princess Bride. Um, so yeah, it's nice to have our girl back. And let's see, Lola was a girl I dated in high school. Lola. Um, so let's see. Hopefully everything is going well. So yeah, this is um, a 9 year. So I went ahead and pulled from my oh
Yeah, you guys, he's not doing so hot. I'm not going to go into explaining and everything, but I'm going to hold him and I'm going to try to. I don't know if I'll be able to pull cards or not, but I can do the
no,
chat,
we don't have
the
to do.
talk, and all of that about what I wanted to talk about and everything. But anyways, so hold on
Yeah,
one
there's
second.
your scout, Miss Tarot D. Oh,
Yeah, you guys
you're
can
not
send
feeling
him
so good. Yeah.
some yeah. He doesn't really want to sit here, but this is the only way I'm going to be able to. He is relaxing though, so maybe we'll be all right.
Well, we won't
So,
keep you
anyway,
on that too long
no,
tonight.
it's okay. It's all right. He's
Oh,
settling down.
Miss Tarot D says,
So,
"Oh, love my little nephew, baby." Aw.
he's such a sweetie pie, too.
And Karen says, "Sending love and prayers, Allison." So we're all
Thank you.
sending
Thank
hugs
you.
and
I'm
kisses.
hoping I don't have to take him to the vet on Saturday. Monday is a lot better than Saturday. It happens. So, started, uh, again, I don't want to go all into it because I don't even know what's going on. I don't want to hear all the speculations, and I just don't
Mm-hmm.
even want to go down
Me
that rabbit
neither.
hole. But and also it's possible wake up tomorrow and he'll be fine. It's happened. It's happened with both
Yeah.
of my dogs, and I've
Ziva was
learned
that way.
to not be so reactive. You guys, I have spent a ridiculous amount of money at the vets to find out either my dog was fine
Mm-hmm.
or there's nothing that we can do. Just keep him quiet, or whatever.
Yeah.
So or some side of medication I'm not interested in giving my animal. So, anyways, but no, I'll take him this weekend if need be. But yeah, he's not feeling good.
Oh, poor
But
baby.
anyways, but he's totally enjoying me holding him, which is good. So he's not panting or anything. Um, so anyways, did you talk about your week?
No,
When
go
I
ahead and
was gone,
talk
because I was
about your.
gone for a couple of minutes. I don't even know how long I was
I
gone.
was just saying hi to the chat. Shelby had her birthday yesterday. That's Moon Fox that we've read for. So
Happy
just wishing
birthday.
her a happy birthday. Karen's all happy. We have snow, and we're
Oh,
starting to get
nice.
snow, but it's that little like grainy kind of
Snow
snow.
globe snow.
Snow globe snow. There we
We're
go.
getting that right now. Yeah. We're
But
supposed to get a whole bunch tonight. Heather and I were just talking about this, but
mm-hmm. We'll
we're
see.
supposed to get a whole bunch tonight. So
Buffalo will probably get more than we do because we're in this little pocket now where, they'll get the heaviest buffalo in the south towns, but then when you come up to this area, something with the air currents blows most of the heavy, and we just usually get all maybe a couple inches if that. So yeah. Let's see. And Shelby says, I don't mind. Whoops. I don't mind if we just sit and chat. That's what I look forward to, just sitting and chatting. Me too. And Bobby says, I used to work at a restaurant that was situated next to a vet's office. Come to your own conclusions. Yeah. Let's see. So everyone having conversations. Ellen says we have cold weather but no snow. Yeah. David Bowie's birthday was the 8th. Oh, so happy birthday to David Bowie and up in the great beyond. So what else did you have going on this
hold
past
on.
week?
We're adjusting because he's sliding out of my lap. Okay.
Oh,
Okay. You okay? Stress yawn.
yeah.
And there's the panting. Are you okay? All right, let me see if I can go put him on his bed, and then I'll be right back. And then hopefully I
Okay.
can talk about my. Actually, no, we'll stay right here. Okay. So, do you want me to go ahead and start?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, all right, you guys, we're going to do this as smoothly as possible. So, it's 2025, right? So that's a 9 vibration. Um,
Hi, Nancy.
so when you're talking about, it's called the world year, right? When you're talking about what year we're in, it's called the world year. And so really what it is, there's the world
Carol.
year, which is quite literally 2 plus 2 plus 5 is a 9, right? So it's a
Mm-hmm.
9 year. And basically, probably the best way for me to explain what that is to back up a little bit to like what a 7 year is. So like a 7 year is about what's really what your truth is, right? Think spiritually, right? And it doesn't mean you have to do any of this, right? People in general, it's whether or not you can embrace it, you can ignore it, but you will know on some level what the vibration of the year is. So, like let's see, 2023 was a 7 year. So that's a year about getting to what is important to you, what is your truth, what is it that you need, what is it that makes you happy, right? So that's like a 7. The following year, which is an 8 year, the year that we just came out of, is about getting everything in order, right? Everything that's
Mm-hmm.
like your money, your your investments, your home, think of pentacles, right? So it's like, what is really important in that sort of way, what you need to have, the importance of that and getting all of your stuff in order. A 9 year is, the numbers go from 1 to 9, right? So 9 is right at the end. The 9, after coming out of an 8 year, is you've decided what you need, what needed attending to. Hopefully, you took care of it and all of that in an 8 year. A 9 year is about, okay, what needs to go? What am I getting rid of? Right? It's about getting, it's like a shedding, right? You're at the end of the cycle, right? Let's complete this. Let's finish it up nice and tidy, right? Because the following year is a 1 year, which is all about the new beginning and da 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 da. So the 9 years. So does that make sense?
Yeah, perfect sense to
Right?
me.
So you take that, that's the world number, and then there's that. But then for us individually, you look at what your personal year is. And the way you get your personal year is you take your attitude, and I'll explain all this in a minute. You take your attitude number and you add it to the world number and deduce it, and then you'll have what your personal year number is. And
Mm-hmm.
I could give a bit of an explanation, but I could actually read them, which I hate reading from a book when I'm talking on anything. But this is one of those times it makes sense because it'll get into more detail if anybody wants to hear it. So it's 1 through 9, right? So your attitude number is it's the month you were born with the day, right? So like I was born March 21st. So that's a 3, a 2, and a 1, right? 3 being March. So that's a 6, right? That's my attitude number. It's the bottom number in your numerology chart, right? It's the
Okay,
number
9.
right at the
Okay.
bottom. That's your attitude number. But you take that number and you add it to the world number, which is the year, the year that we're in. So like me, it would be a 3, right? Or no, a 6. My attitude is a 6. And then we're in a year of 9. 6 plus 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, which becomes a 6. So I'm in a personal year of a 6 cycle. And so,
I'm in a
and I
9.
can read them all, or if anybody just wants to say in the chat, or we can skip it all together or whatever, but anybody wants to know what their personal year description is, I'm happy to do that.
Reggie says, I'm lost. Well, with
It's
numerology, it goes
it's
from
pretty
1
simple.
to
It's
9.
the month you're born,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if it's May, that's 5. If it's February, it's 2. Right? So
And
you
then
take that, the month, plus the day of the month. So the 10th, the 20th, the 3rd, whatever it is, that number, plus the month number. Add them together. Right? If it's a double digit, you add them together. Like if it adds up to 11, it becomes a 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. That's it.
now Shelby
And
is
then you
asking.
add it to the year, which is a 9. 9 plus 2 is 11, which becomes a 2. So I thought I explained that really well. It makes sense, right? I explained it
Yeah,
twice.
I just want, so Shelby, we're not actually talking about our life path number. We're talking about
Your attitude number.
our attitude number
That's
for
how
the
you get your
year.
personal year. Yep.
So that's when your birthday. So your birthday is 1/9. So then you add 1 and 9, you get 10, and then drops down to a 1, right? So that would be her attitude number for this year, right? Because she was born on
I didn't hear
January
what
9th.
she was saying. January 9th would become a 1, plus the year is a 9. So yeah, she would be in a 1
Okay. So we're
personal
not
year.
doing life path number. We're just
Yep.
doing
Yeah,
personal
it's not
year.
your life path number, it's your attitude number. That's how you come up with the personal year number.
And Garnet says he would be a 7. Ange says September 1st. So
It would be the same thing as the one we just
yeah,
did. 9 plus
yeah,
1 is
one is
10,
yeah.
which equals 1, plus the year 9, plus 1, or 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. It's simple math, you guys.
So
It's just
he's
adding it
got
all
it.
up and reducing it down to one number.
Yeah. Shelby says, I barely made it in math class. I hear you, girl. So Karen says, I'm in a 5 personal year. Mine changes to 6 mid year, life path 6. Okay. Well, your personal year stays.
I'm in a 5 personal year.
Oh, that's right, because her
Mine
birthday is later.
changes to 6. I don't know what that means. I'll be right back. Let me see if I can put him down.
Okay. I know what you're saying, Karen, because you end up having your birthday later this year. So the number is going to change. No, you just keep it as, no, it won't change. Your birthday always stays the same. So we're not doing life path numbers, Karen. We're doing like the attitude number for us this year. So that only requires your month and then your birth date. So for me, my birthday is 12/6. So that would be 1 and 2, which is 3, plus 6, which is 9. So I would be a 9. So 12, 12, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 6. So yeah, it would be a 6. Yep. So yep, 4, 7, 4. So 4
I'm
plus
not putting them down.
2 and 7 is 9. 9 and 4 is 13. So 1, 3. Yeah, you got it, Audra. There you go.
Does anybody want to know their personal year message thing? Because if they do, I can read them.
Okay, so if anybody would like to know, go ahead and start putting those in chat. Where I'll just kind of start sharing about the hermit, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I can read. I mean, what do you want to do? Let's stick with this and get this done, and then move on to tarot, because that's going to get really confusing, and then we're going to have all kinds of wild questions.
Okay, so
is that okay?
Yeah,
I could just see that happening.
Yeah, I was just going to talk about the hermit. I'm not taking everybody's
Does
number.
anybody want to know? And if nobody does, that's fine. You could just put me.
Amanda says yes. She's a number 8.
Okay, so she's in a personal year of 8.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to read what it says here between the dog and everything else. I'm just going to read this. It says money can come to you in abundance in the personal year of 8. So if you're an 8, this is for everybody listening. If your personal year breaks down to an 8, and one more time, it's the month you were born in plus the date of that month. Reduce down to one number and then add that to 9 and reduce it down to one number. And that is your personal year. It says money can come to you in abundance in the personal year of 8. Financially providing for your family seems to take priority over communicating with them this year. So make sure to go out of your way to let them know you love them. In the personal year of 8, you should be working, making a living, establishing security, and getting the job done. This is a good year to start investing because the energy will be on your side. It's the year to master your income. When you're in the personal year of 8, you have to be careful not to be insensitive to the feelings of others while achieving your dreams. You may feel verbally attacked or overly criticized by some of the people in your life. Do not take it personally. It is their problem. Just make sure you're still conveying warmth and love to those around you, and everything will fall into place. If you make this conscious effort, you can you can get ahead personally, as well as in your career in this 8 personal year. And again, that's for anybody that's an 8.
Okay. All righty.
Did you say you're a 9, Heather?
Yeah.
So you added it all up and it's a 9?
Yeah, 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 6 is 9. Boom.
So 1 and 2 is 3. And what is your birthday again?
Wait a minute. I got it wrong. Wait a minute. 1 and 2 is 3. 3 and 6 is 9. So there, 9. Yeah, December 6th.
Yeah, 9 plus 9 is 18, and 1 plus 8 equals 9.
Yeah, because I'm 12, 6. So 1, yeah. So 3 and.
Yes. Okay, so I'm going to read the 9 because this probably applies to at least one other person, and it is Heather's channel. Okay, it says when you are in the 9 personal year, you look at your life and say, wait a second, what's going on? What's worth saving? What isn't? What should go? If you have possessions that have not been glanced at for 6 months or more, let them go. You can finally clear it away when you enter the 9 personal year. It is time to clean the closet, make new choices, and make room for the good stuff that's coming in. It's also when you make important phone calls, you will definitely get through. And when you make phone calls and try to make things happen, there are a lot of green lights in the year of 9. You find that you can get past the secretary and all those plans you had that never came together. In the personal year of 9, they do. It's very positive.
All right. So I'm looking at all the
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'm looking at to see because we have several people in here. We have a couple people who are number 5. So would you like to read for
Let's
number
do
5?
a 5. All right.
That
So
would
this
be
is for everybody that's a 5.
Miss Tara B and Audra. Okay,
It says it's a whirlwind life when you're in a personal year of 5. Your energies are scattered. The things you try to make happen tend not to pan out. If you're about to buy a house, you may find that it falls through. You might have agreed to transfer to a new job 3,000 miles away, and you'll get a call saying they don't actually need you for another 6 months. These are the ups and downs of the personal year of 5, and you just have to take it in stride. If nothing stays put in a 5-year, what's the best approach? Just keep moving. It's the time to travel if you can. Get out in the world, run and embrace everything you can on this planet. At the same time, this isn't a year to be making commitments. If you've met someone and think you're madly in love, please wait till the end of the year before you tie the knot. I've heard too many stories from women who have been burned by love in a personal year of 5. One client had a one-night stand and found out she was pregnant. Another thought she had met the man of her dreams before she discovered the guy was a major drug addict. So, in this personal year of 5, it is best to catch movies, read fascinating books, and find ways to keep your sanity. And when things seem to be getting out of hand, remember this phrase, this too shall pass. And I think it's kind of funny. She does kind of include some things that she knows of personally that have happened, but it does kind of put a little bit of a perspective on some of the things. This is throughout the whole book. And I really do like it. I've read this thing cover to cover probably 3 times at this point. But I have to say, this was true for me last year because I just came out of a 5 year. And it wasn't bad. I mean, but there was like what she described is like, yeah, yeah. So it doesn't necessarily mean, oh, it's gonna be so horrible. Because I had another year that was a 5 year because I've had this book that long, and it was a little bit more intense. So, and obviously it's still your life, you know, and different things are going to happen. But the overall energies for these, yeah, it's yes, yeah.
Okay, so people would like to know, what book are you reading from? Really quick.
This is Glynis Has Your Number by Glynis McCants.
Okay, I'm just going through.
Glynis, Glynis, and McCants is McCants.
All righty.
Love
So we
her.
have a couple of people who are a number one. Did you read one already?
For the one personal year.
Yeah, we have a couple
Okay.
ones here.
Okay. Personal year of 1 is not surprisingly a good year. When it's your personal year of 1, it's time to be number 1 at what you do. The year before, you were in the personal year of 9, of clearing, of getting everything ready. Now, in the personal year of 1, it's time to reap the benefits. It's your turn to be the best at what you do and for people to look up to you as a leader. It's your moment to have the credibility you deserve, whether it's business or love. You can go after it and achieve it in that personal year of 1. That one's very straight and to the point.
All righty. So let me see who would be next. Miss Nancy is a number 4. So anybody who came up with a 4.
All right,
That would
personal
be
year of
you.
4. The 4 is the expert. So this is the year to sharpen your skills. If you're a cerebral person, this is the year to read books. Let's say you're very good at baseball. Maybe this is the year you become a coach. If there's something you're good at, start using your skills because this is the year to let other people benefit from your knowledge. The personal year of 4 brings a need for home life too. This is a good time to upgrade from that apartment you've never liked to owning your own home with a yard. Start putting a plan together for your future and begin living it today.
Ooh, there you
So
go,
obviously,
Miss.
like general readings, you just kind of, you decipher from that and apply it to how it makes sense in your life.
All righty. So Karen believes she's a 6.
Okay.
Oh, my little baby there.
So the personal year of 6 is the year to get married or have a child. If you meet someone and get married in this year, it's a very solid time to do it. After the crazy personal year of 5, you're ready to settle down. The 6 is the interior decorator, and I found that people in their personal year of 6 look at their home and say, okay, it's time to redo this. Let's repaint. Let's redesign the kitchen. It's time to look at your surroundings and do something different. In a personal year of 6, you don't feel comfortable being bossed around or told what to do. You may even get up the urge to start your own company. The 6 will also create a magnetic power drawing people to you. If you're the kind of person who prefers to be ignored, you're going to have to deal with being the focus of attention in your personal life of 6. Chances are your intuitions are correct at this time. I would trust myself in a 6 year. Contracts may come your way because because people suddenly want to close a deal with you. Big opportunities arise after the bizarre personal year of 5, where nothing made sense. People mean what they say and come through for you in the personal year of 6.
Nice. So people are saying thank you for the reads, and we have a number 7, and that would be for Garnet.
Um, okay, 7. If I remember correctly, 7's quite a challenge as well, like 5. Um, yeah. Okay. And again, this is like a broad, right, of the year. Every year has good and bad and whatever, or at least mine have been like that in general. Okay, personal year of 7. In a personal year of 7, your faith is going to be tested. You look at your life and say, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. If you are a truly spiritual person, chances are you feel it on a very deep level. It tends to be emotional. You wind up questioning everything. Is there a God? What am I doing here? That sort of thing. This is a time of introspection. I recommend browsing metaphysical bookstores and investigating religion and spirituality. This is also the year to look into counseling or therapy. Although you may just want to be alone with your thoughts, sometimes a counselor can help you walk through the toughest parts and help you really grow. In a personal year of 7, you need to get near the water, even if it's just a jacuzzi, because being in water will focus your energies. You need to nurture and love yourself, especially if you're not in a relationship. I would also say that in a personal year of 7, it's hard to talk to your partner. You may be experiencing inner turmoil, but it's about you and not them. Be sure to make an effort to be open and clear so they don't think they've done something wrong.
Aw. I'm listening, but I'm looking at that handsome little face right there. Aw.
Yeah.
Mwah. So that was the last. So very, very cool. And thank you for joining us, Magus. We had Serena, Scorpio Mama joined us. And Garnet says, a good challenge. There you go. So all righty. And again, and I think Serena, this is for uh, personal year number, not life path, but just the personal year number for
Right.
2025. So, and you came in right at the time to hear that. So that is wonderful. So look at that smile. He's
It's
almost
not
looks
a
like,
smile, though.
I
He's
know,
panting.
I know. Aw, sweethearts.
Let me try to
So,
lay him down again. I'll be right back.
okay. So very, very cool. I know numbers can be a little confusing sometimes, but we are here to have fun and learn and um, to have a good time. So keeping the vibe up. That's what we like here. So you were she did cover a 6. And let's see. Yeah, thank you. So I will share, and I'll put that on the screen. So earlier, Shelby shared that this will be the year of the snake. And it was interesting that one of the numbers that Allyson was reading for was talking about shedding, things to shed, shedding a skin. So that's very interesting. And what do we have here, Miss Tarot D? How to find? Oh, yes, go right ahead, Miss Tarot D. So make sure check out Miss Tarot D's channel. Miss Tarot D, if you want to put that link um, in the comments after or in chat, um, you can as well. No worries. Or everybody can just go ahead over to Miss Tarot D's channel, give that big like up. But I think everybody here has already liked your channel, Miss Tarot D. We all know you, my dear. um, or 22 also. I'm not sure what you mean. So it's just this is not talking about master numbers or anything. This is just simply, like Allyson said in the beginning, that this is just taking. So for me, my birthday's in December, which is a 12. So when you add 1 and 2, you get 3, and my birthday's on the 6th. So 3 and 6 is 9. So that one's very, very At least that one's easy. When then you add in your year and then that's when things get a little wonky. So, but yeah, I wasn't the best in math either. Thank you. I'll post the link in the Thank you, Miss Tarot. You can go right ahead. Not a problem. So, yeah. So while Allison's taking care of her fur baby, I'll just what I had just planned to do for this evening is just went through a couple of my favorite decks and pulled out the Hermit card. And I always like to read and share what the authors wrote um, about the card. You know, get kind of a different perspective. And one of them is just the artwork that I absolutely love. And let's see, what do we have here? A couple of passages mentions about houses and homes. Now I'm older. I want to start. Oh, I need a new home this year. Yeah, so yeah, there's lots of different ways of playing with numbers when it comes to masters and life path numbers. And there's just so many numbers, so many different astrological practices. I just, I Heather needs to keep it simple. When we're in single digits, Heather's good. um, so yeah, adding the letters. Yeah, it was really insightful. I'm a life path 8, and last year was my life path year, and it seems now my life path number or my attitude number for this year is the same as the year itself for the Hermit. So this is very
Okay.
very cool. So something
I might have to go. I don't know. We'll see how I'm playing
okay.
it by ear.
Well, we don't have to be on much longer. I can just share my cards afterwards. But Shelby said also that this will be the year of the snake, and that's going to be starting around. I think someone said in chat around the 29th
Yeah.
of this month.
Chinese New Year is yeah, I think it is the 20, and I think I think it's wood this year.
It's
So wood
either a
snake.
water snake or a wood snake. I've heard a couple people saying.
I think it's wood. I'll see.
So, and I thought that was interesting because you were reading one of the numbers and it was talking about shedding, letting things go. So that's a great reading too for whatever that number was. So for me, unless there was something else you wanted to share, talking about
It's the wood snake this year.
it's the wood snake. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Actually, yeah, let me wrap up really quick because I was so distracted by Scout. There may or may not be something. Um,
Oh, poor
okay.
baby.
So, just to recap for anybody that was whatever, your full birthday completely added up, start to finish, and broken down to one, that's your life path. Because I heard somebody saying something. Your
That's right.
attitude is just the month and the day. That's it, right? That's your attitude. So when you do your whole numerology chart, there's actually 6 numbers, but the first 3 are from your name. That's an energy that can change constantly, and honestly, I don't even really deal with it. Yes, I've done it and I've looked at it, blah 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 blah, but the bottom 3 come from your birthday. Those are the true energies. And it is pretty cool. Like, I see all of it with me. So there's your birthday number, your life path number, and your attitude number. It's so, like, your birthday number is how the world sees you, right? Like, physically, like, sees you. Your life path number is what you project. It's how you are. And then, like, your attitude number is, it's like when somebody interacts with you, the impression that they get, what they see, or what they experience, right? That kind of thing. So why the attitude number is used for the world number, either I don't remember or I don't know. I can't recall that as I'm sitting here explaining the difference between birthday, life path, and attitude. And the birthday and the attitude are perfectly fine, but the life, or the birthday and the attitude, are perfectly fine, but the life path is the one that's the most interesting, easily, because it's the one it's kind of like your sun sign, right? Where like your moon is your emotions, your rising is how you're perceived, how you're looked at. So it's kind of like the birthday and the attitude number in the numerology, kind of, because that's what your rising sign
And that's when,
portrays.
and that's for Western. So your signs are going to be different if you're doing Vedic or real sky.
That's
So
true, but I think
lots
your
of more mixed in
rising,
there.
I think your rising is your rising, whether regardless of what. I think your rising is always like your sun sign is always describes you the most, regardless of what system you're using.
Mm-hmm.
The rising, it's how you're perceived, how you look to the world, regardless of the system. I'm pretty sure about that. If anybody knows for certain different, not just, you know, assumes or whatever, anybody knows, please, by all means, uh, let me know. And then your moon signs, your emotions. It's how you feel. It's your feelings, and it's that kind of
And
thing.
I'm a
This is
Pisces
all
moon.
layman's terms, but yeah, like how you are
The
emotionally.
Western. Yeah.
Like I'm a Virgo moon in tropical or Western, and it's like yeah, absolutely. So yeah, and I identify with the Vedic and the Western, which is so interesting. Some people do, some people
Okay.
don't. It's like I can totally see both. It's very interesting, and it's not a stretch at all. It's like yeah, I see both. It's very interesting.
Yeah. When people like I try to, I'm the basics with astrology. When people start talking about houses and numbers and things, my brain glazes over, but that's
But
the good
that's
reason.
because you don't you just haven't
It's
learned
so
it. So of
involved.
course you don't
Yeah.
know. Of course you
It's
don't.
very
Yeah.
involved,
Yeah.
but Miss Karen, I can't wait to get my chart. I'm so excited. So let's see. The sun is what you show, and the rising is who you are. Right, Audra. Let's
In
see.
which okay, so that is different. What system are you talking about?
Yeah, well, this is
That must
Audra.
be
Yeah,
Vedic. The
the
sun
sun.
is what you show, and the rising is who you are. In what system? Because that's not
Yeah, Audra.
tropical. Like in tropical, the sun is that's who you are. That's how you are. That's right. Where your rising is what the world perceives of you, right?
She
Like how
says
you're
it's tropic,
interpreted.
but I
Tropical. Yeah, that's yeah.
I don't know. I resonate pretty much with all the.
And some people don't even resonate with their sun anyhow because their other placement. I think that probably, and Karen could probably say, I can only assume that comes down to the degrees and the intensity. Like I'm an Aries sun, for example, and this is to everybody as well as whoever just was commenting that. So it's like I'm not even 1 degree Aries in my sun, not even one. Like I was
Wow.
born literally on the cusp. It's like I always considered myself an Aries, but honestly, like when I would read about Aries, I didn't really ever super identify with it, not really. But then again, I do, but my Venus is well into Aries. And so that's probably why. So I don't know. And again, it's very interesting. So and I have three Aries placements. So, but my son, which is supposed to be the most, it's like I'm barely in there. If I had been born the like, I don't know, it's like I'm like, I don't even remember how many hours now earlier, I would be Pisces, which I
Well,
am in the real true sky, Vedic, whatever. So
well,
yeah.
Ange is saying here in tropical astrology, your sun sign represents your core
Yep.
personality,
Yep.
preferences, and how you
Right.
interact with the world.
Exactly. Yes. Who you
And
really are, how you
in,
are.
in a
Yep.
tropical astrology, your rising sign, also called your ascendant, represents how you appear to others, your initial
Exactly. Yep.
reactions, and your life experiences. And that's
Yep.
where I'm an
Thanks, Ange.
Aries.
Which is what I was just saying. You put it in much more detail, but thank you.
And Karen wanted to know if you have any Virgo placement.
Yes, you must have heard me, honey. That's my moon.
So that's
Yep.
her moon.
Yep.
Her
Yep.
channel used to be Aries Girl Virgo Moon. So
Yep.
yeah.
And my Virgo is It's in there. I've
Now in
actually
real
got
sky.
my north. I think it's my north node is Virgo as well.
Now in real sky, my rising, my ascendant is a Virgo, but I'm not going to jump into the real sky just yet. I'm still learning the tropical.
So Karen, my moon is 14 degrees Virgo. My Pluto is 25 degrees Virgo. And my south node is 11 degrees Virgo. So there's lots of Virgo.
Wow. So Karen says, okay, you might have aspects with that too. Your Aries and Virgo clash wills a bit. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I would agree. Yes.
And Miss
Yep.
Tarot T said, I could never get the hang of astrology. I'll just stick to tarot. Yeah, I'm there with you, Miss Tarot T. And
But
added,
see, it just means you're not interested in it. Like Heather talks about like the how all that is too. It's like because you don't have a genuine interest in learning it, right? Which is fine. You
I get
don't have to.
overwhelmed.
If you get
And
over it and you're like, oh, it's because it's just it's yeah. It requires a lot of focus
all
and
good, Audra.
yes.
All good, Audra. So we're all learning here. So roots and so Ange in
Yes.
tropical astrology,
Yep.
your inner emotions. Yep.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Bada boom, bada bing. And so Delphi says, my grandson was born Mars 0.
Degree Mars. I don't know what that is,
I don't know what that those are
but it
numbers
depends on
are.
what sign. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when we start throwing numbers in there, I like keep them in the single digits as much as possible. So for the Hermit being, the card of the year for number 9, there were just 3 cards.
Virgo.
Oh, is it a Virgo? The
Oh
Hermit?
yeah, Hermit is
Okay.
Virgo. Yeah.
Well, see, learn something. I wanted to share. This is one of my favorite Hermit cards. It's so badass. To me, it feels very Morrigan. And I've been kind of interested in working with the Morrigan. And she's got her
Oh
lantern
yes.
at the Hermit, and then she's got her crow right there on her staff with her crescent moon and light. I absolutely love this Hermit. And of course, for my Hush Tarot,
I didn't know
for
we were going to show these. I would have brought some decks out.
this was just something I was going to do for fun because I
I
know
have
we
2
were
decks
bringing
here.
them.
Go ahead, honey. I'll show the 2 decks that I'm sitting here.
So for my yeah, because I know Allyson understands numerology more than I do, so I just thought I'd bring this as my little contribution. So from the Hush, I got this is the Hermit, and I love this guy. He's an owl,
Yes.
and looks like he's
Wise
going to have
owl.
and he's going to have some snake for lunch or dinner. And I love what Jeremy writes in his decks, and it says a card addresses the need for solitude, not to hide, but to work on one's inner workings. The horned owl is a silent, solitary creature. He is extremely adaptable within a vast range of climates and terrains. On a high branch, the owl looks out with its wide vision upon the land stretched before it. With silent wings, it passes through the night unnoticed. Always observing, he only takes action when necessary. Inner workings exposed in an unnatural way reveal the work of many repairs and adaptations. This card urges you to find inner answers through introspection and meditation. Yes. Seek truth in your actions, find a way to prioritize what is healthy for your inner self. And like I said, I always like reading from some of the authors because they offer different insights. And I just love with the horn owl with the animals. So this was a
So cute.
Allyson made me do a deck. Both my decks here tonight
Yeah.
are Allyson made me do a decks.
Yeah.
And so
I've got a little cheeky smartass comment because, well, Allyson, I'm glad that he didn't go on to say about how wise and smart owls are. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I love owls. In fact, they're one of the animals that I call on at my altar: hawk, owl, raven, crow, and eagle. But owls, I don't, and I'm curious, I should look that up and see where that even came from. Owls are not, they're not unintelligent, but they are not, they don't, they, I don't know why they get all the credit they do about the wise owl. I think it's how they look. They're so regal and they're this and that, whatever. But I've heard and read and whatever. It's like they're, you want to give some credit for intelligence, Raven, Crow,
Rose.
wicked smart, wicked smart. Of course, smart and wisdom are two different things, aren't they? Um, yeah, they just, yeah. Anyways, and I love owls. Don't get me wrong, but they're always talking about how wise they are. Um, so I just have my what is this? Oh, my Morgan Greer deck, which I never pull out. I saw
Yeah,
it
I didn't know
today in
you
my
had it.
cabinet. I'm like, oh, I'm going to bring you out. So this is a very traditional looking hermit. I do love this deck. If anybody is looking to get just a basic deck, or you don't have a deck yet, or you're wanting to learn, instead of doing a traditional Rider Waite, you could absolutely do the Morgan Greer. All the pictures that I think every single one of them can lend itself to the traditional drawings. They're not exactly the same. The court cards are more just like a head and shoulders. They're not showing the whole body with the throne and all that sort of thing. So that's
Okay.
something that would be a little different, but you get more detail. But anyways, you could totally do this if you just can't, if you're just not down with so like here's the 2 of Cups. Still very 2 of Cupsy. 10 of Cups. You know, Justice is a woman, which I think is cool. And the High Priestess. I'm just saying they're very, you absolutely can learn with this because it's very descriptive of what's going on. So, and I'll just show one more. 8 of Cups.
Justice typically represented by a woman in most of the tarot decks?
It doesn't look like a woman to me though.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it
I see
is,
what you mean.
but it doesn't look like a woman to me.
Karen says she loves the Morgan Greer. My favorite Queen
I
of
do
Swords is
too.
Baya Pence.
Yeah, I do like it, honey. I do. I just and look at the little scouty boo.
I was
Look
going to
at
say, I
him.
had to put a little black circle around his eye. You got Scout.
Yeah, it looks like Scout. And Temperance. Oh, the Devil is definitely different. I'm just saying you could absolutely learn this deck, maybe even more easily with the description of all the cards, because this it what something it does do, it focuses right in on what the scene is on the Rider Waite without all the background noise. Not that it's noise, maybe not the best choice of words, but you know what I'm saying.
Mhm.
And like Judgment, right? It's right to like the people are still there and they're coming out of the coffin
I
and all
like
that, but
that.
it's just a
Yeah.
different feeling. Um, uh, uh, yeah, I guess it is a little bit different on that one, but most of them, anyways, long-winded point. And here's the 5 of Pentacles, and then I'll stop.
Yeah, she says she likes that one.
Yeah, I
And Karen,
do.
and Karen also shared with you, Virgo helps keep Aries from being overly impulsive, and Aries helps Virgo loosen up and get out of their head. So she put
Yes,
that
and
in
I
there.
would
So I
agree
want to
because I'm
share that
certain.
with
See, and
you.
that's that. Thank you. That's a perfect example. Again, I'm 0 degrees,
Colors.
but it's like I am not impulsive at all, and that is absolutely an Aries trait. There is nothing impulsive about me. I
I
think
can
and
be. Yeah.
rethink and think again, Virgo, about everything. And Aries are like notorious for not following through on stuff. I don't do that. I follow through. I finish what I start. Um, So yeah, I mean, has there ever been anything like that when I was younger? Sure, sometimes, but like as a trait, no, no. So that's what I'm saying. I haven't always really identified with it. Now, in matters of love, because again, I'm Aries Venus. I do love. I'm an Aries lover, right? Like the description of a lover is an Aries. Yeah, that's me. Absolutely. And then here is from the Crow Tarot, the Hermit. So cute. It's a tree in winter, and you see the crow there with the little lantern
Lantern
in
mouth.
his beak. Um, yeah. So I've been seeing a lot of black birds just in general.
Yeah, one flew across my car today. I'm
in
like,
the
okay,
in the
hello.
well, no, I just well, yeah, and in the tarot community and all that, and there's been a lot of confusion about telling what they are. The main thing, I'll just say this for anybody who happens to hear this: a crow and a raven, but they are very different. Their beaks are very tall off their face. So where the beak attaches to the face is very high. It's very long. If it's short, that's not a crow, not a raven. It's probably a corvid, especially if it's all black, but it depends on what type. But like that's, and then the ravens have feathers laying on the beak as it comes off the
Oh,
skull. There's actual feathers there, and they are slightly larger than a crow, but it depends on where they are and whatever. But their call is a lot throatier and deeper on a raven. That's
yeah,
another,
we
like
had those in
if it's
Flagstaff.
talking, you can
Hmm.
tell the difference. So I'm in Michigan, but I spent over 15 years in California. We have ravens everywhere. And that's one of the few things that I really miss about being there. And we also had crows. We had ravens everywhere. In Michigan, all we have are crows. There's no ravens here. So I do
And
miss them.
let's see, Miss Tarot D says that's interesting because most Aries that I know or dated were not impulsive at all.
Men
Interesting.
and women though are different, and I assume you mean a man. Um, and some signs are like that, and I assume you're talking about sun signs as well. Um, but like Virgos, a lot of the Virgo men and women that I know are so similar on paper. But like Aries, that's a perfect example, and I agree, Miss Tarot D. And also, not that, I mean, who cares? Just a fun fact about Allyson. I'm not like, who cares? I'm not attracted to Aries men at all. I've
Well, we
had
know
several
Anthony's
guys
not Aries.
that I'm not often attracted to anybody anyways. That's how I've always been. But like what normally I don't even know how to word that. I'm just not attracted to Aries men. Never have been. Sagittarius, Leo. Oh yeah. Yes, for sure. But not Aries. No. And Virgo men. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So lots of comments. Beth says that's my favorite hermit card. I adore, and I got the wall print from MJ for my wall. Your your hermit card.
Which one?
And your
For the
hermit from
crow?
MJ. Yeah, MJ Cullen, and
It's a
she was
beautiful picture.
loves the earthy colors. So, and Beth also said the tail feathers are different
Yeah.
between
Oh yeah, yeah,
crows
yeah.
and ravens too.
Absolutely. I was just talking about the face. Yes, absolutely. Yep. And even the way
And
the sun hits it and how the feathers reflect. And I mean, there's actually their feet are different. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff, but like at a first glance and you're kind of close, you can tell from the beak if you're close enough to see.
Miss
And if
Tara
they're in
D.
flight, you can't always tell about the feathers on the tail.
Not sure if it's a raven or crow, but there's a bird
2 feet
that's
tall
about
that
2 feet
lives on
tall.
our butt. It's probably a raven. Where are you though, Miss Tirodi? No, it's
Bronx.
probably a crow. Yeah, I
Bronx.
don't think we have ravens on this side of the country. I think it's all in the
Hmm.
West. I don't think we have them here
And
in the
Audra
Midwest.
says ravens are more solitary where crows are social.
That's
I knew
true.
a crow.
That's
Hmm.
true. I mean, I could list some of the differences. Not that I'm an expert, but I love ravens and crows, and so it's like I do. Yeah. So one day, not that this is rare, but it was a special day. My son was very little. I'll get right to the point. I came to the door, and for some reason, my front door and opened it. There was some actually doesn't matter, Allison. Anyways, came to the door, opened the door, and across the street and down a house, there was, I'll use the correct terminology, a huge murder of crows in like numerous trees. I have never seen such a large gathering of crows ever. And I've seen huge groupings of them, right? Because they get together, and I don't even know, again, I'm not an expert, so I don't know everything about crows. I don't know why they do that when they do that. But well over 100, probably closer to 200. I don't even know. I mean, there were literally, and they were making so much noise. I mean, it was amazing, and I absolutely loved it. But it was crazy. Like I'm sure all of you or most of you have seen a group of blackbirds doing that. Same deal. but or red-winged blackbirds as well. They do that, but this was crows. So I don't know what was going on, but it was very, very cool. And yeah, ravens are way more solitary. You'll see a few together. I used to see them at Phoenix Lake. I used to trail run every morning for years, most mornings, not every morning, and go out there and you would see like two or three together and they're communicating back and forth and whatever. And they're very smart. And they're kind of they're very interesting. They're very interesting.
So my other card I wanted to share is from the Fyodor Pavlov deck,
Yes,
which
that's
was
a beautiful.
another Allyson made me do, and I just fell in love with her when I saw this. And she's got her little black.
Gorgeous hermit.
And here I don't know if she says it's if it's a crow or yeah, it's a raven. Yes. So what he wrote in here that I liked is that it says here, yes, the hermit has its negative implications of putting up walls, cold detachment, and of human disconnection. However, humans are social animals, and secluding ourselves entirely from the care and warmth of others is no better than continuous draining social activity, like social media and stuff. So I love how he points that out. There's got to be that. I think the hermit helps you find the balance of both. He says, but I find the card comforting in its solitude and self sufficiency. And so, yeah, and it just go. And he also writes, she's climbing the barren, rocky landscape willingly, and she can find her way back down again if she so wishes. And a lot of people also recognize the hermit card too because of the uh, I mean, I noticed it right away from growing up and seeing the Led Zeppelin, album cover that's got the Herman on. That was one of Jimmy Page's favorite uh, tarot cards that he liked to show was the Hermit. So yeah, I believe it was number. No, it wasn't number 4, but one of them maybe in the inside of the jacket. But yeah, he was synonymous with the Hermit. So very cool. Um,
So it's interesting. So like the hermit, I mean, there's like any other tarot card. There's many interpretations, but like we were just talking about 2025 and what a 9-year looks like. So when you think about the hermit, there is some crossover there. So like so it's about going within and perspective and making decisions, and it is about knowledge and all that. So that's not obviously exactly the same thing, but there are some similarities there between what a 9-year is and what a hermit card means. So many meanings. I love the hermit. A lot of people don't. I don't know. I guess it depends. Like I love the whole solitude thing and
me too.
going within and
Necessary.
it is, and a lot of people don't. It's interesting. Like during the whole, I don't even know if we can talk about it yet. The whole thing that happened a couple years ago and kept us
The
all home for
pandemic.
so long and whatever.
Yeah.
I had no problem with that. I mean, there
I
were
did not
aspects of it
either.
that sucked. Man, I was like, oh, I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to see people. I don't have to deal with what I loved it. It was great. I had no
Me
problem with
too.
it at all. But I'm an introvert, right? See, and that's another thing. Aries is not an introvert. Aries is not an introvert.
when I
Aries
was
is very
younger,
outgoing.
I was outgoing, but now I'm not
And
so much.
well, life can do that too, right? And a lot of things can. So that's another thing about astrology. I mean, but then that can fall into other placements that you have or whatever. But whatever, life happens and it does have an impact on stuff, right? So yeah, so like just really quickly, and I would put this to somebody who really knows their astrology. My mom, for example, my mom was a Sagittarius. There was nothing Sagittarius about my mom. Nothing.
Hmm.
Nothing. Um, nothing. not really. Nothing that I can think of. And so she was probably more, I don't have her time of birth. We don't have it, unfortunately. So I don't know her rising. Um, and the rest of
Oh
her chart
wow.
escapes me right now, but I could look it up.
I'm an
I'm an
introvert.
introvert Aries, always have been. I haven't left the
Left the
house in
house
five.
in 5 years.
Oh,
Oh, Janet, I had no idea. I hope you go out and get some fresh air
that's
though
a
in your yard.
recluse. I wouldn't say that's, and I don't mean that in any kind of way, but if you
Mm,
haven't left your house, also, honey, you hopefully you go into your yard. You have to get vitamin D from the sun.
and
So I hope
fresh
you
air
do
and
go out
stuff.
into the yard.
Yeah.
You absolutely. I mean, well, I guess you can take it from supplements, but you don't absorb it quite as well.
Yeah.
But anyways,
And Miss Tarot
yeah.
D says, I also love the hermit. I have a whole photo collection of different hermit cards. Very
Oh,
cool, Miss
nice.
Tarot D. And Garnet, he's in
Oh,
the
Miss Tara
UK.
D, you're. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, just saying that Chloe and Cornwall has a crow family with red beaks. I didn't know that there was such a crow that had a red beak to it.
So, so around the world, there's different corvids, and there are other types of crows. There's white crows. There are crows that have, what is that called? Anyways, you can Google it. Yes, there are like we think of crows in America. There are other types of crows, corvids that don't even show up here. Um, there's a couple different types I know of in Ireland that are big, and they do not look like our crows. Jackie might be familiar with that actually.
Just wanted to put something into the chat.
And like
Let
magpies, which is corvid. That's not. I love magpies. Magpies are so cool.
the Japanese crows are
They're
intelligent.
all intelligent, honestly, Garnet. It's just crazy. They the maybe that's where it is. Of course, they do it lots of different places. I've seen them do it in cities too. They'll drop something from high up so that it falls in the ground and breaks open. They'll do it at traffic signals and watch, and literally they're watching for the light to change. I mean, just crazy
Wow.
crap. This has been caught on camera over and over and over. You can it's probably on YouTube. You can
I
Google
saw
it.
I saw a crow one day. They had a
Couple white
couple of
feathers
white
on its
feathers on
wing.
its
You
wings,
can also
and there
have
are white
pigment
ravens.
issues, right? I mean, that's totally that would be with anything, but that's very cool. I love red winged blackbirds. I don't know if anybody lives where like we have in California. Actually, we do have them here in Michigan too, but not as many of them. They hang out at the marshes and the water areas, and they make the coolest call. I love how they look just like a regular blackbird, but they have red right here. They're
Hmm.
very cool, and they have a beautiful song.
Let's see.
And they
Oh,
hang out in huge posses. There's like huge
Sherwood.
groups of them.
Yeah, and I love
Helen
the way
shared on
Chloe.
live.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah. Jackie took a photo. That's right. Yes, we were doing nature and tarot that day.
Did it look like a
Um,
regular crow, or did it look a little different?
it was. I don't think. No, I don't know if it was part of the
Did she
design.
call it a crow, or did she call it something else?
I think it was a crow. Um, it was a street sign, and there was one sitting on top of it, and that was really cool. No, I pretty wish it was a crow from what we could see.
Okay. I just
Um,
know that, like I was saying, whatever, that they're across the globe, they do look different. The size varies, the markings vary, all of it, but they're all, they're like cousins, right? Just like we're related to people in other countries, technically we are related. It's the same concept.
and no, Chris, I don't think is getting sunlight a medical recommendation.
Uh well, we're not here to give medical advice, but it's like
No, but
you need to
it's
get vitamin D from the sun. Everybody
done.
knows
It's
that. That's all
important.
I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So
It's been proven like for very, very long time.
so let's just remember to let's be respectful and nice to one another. Um, make pies, one for sorrow, two for joy, three for
Oh, is that a song
I
or like
think
a
so. Yeah,
rhyme?
Garnet loves to share
Magpies, one for
songs.
sorrow, two for joy, three for a girl, four for a boy, six for silver, seven for gold, eight for a secret never to be told. Magpie. That kind.
Yeah.
I wonder if that.
Yeah,
I might have read that
26
in a nursery
blackbirds
rhyme book.
baked in a
Baked in a
pie.
pie. That's why
Yeah.
I know it. That's hilarious. Yes. Yep. I actually have an old Mother Goose. It's probably in there.
And Janet says, no worries. I have therapists and psychologists and psychiatrists for years. My neighborhood is
Oh.
full of drug addicts and homeless. So
Yeah, I
take
get
care of
it. You don't
yourself,
want to
my
be
dear.
out there part of that. I can't
Yeah.
imagine. I talked to Heather, like Heather is in an area, not doesn't sound quite like that. Maybe it is. I don't
Mm,
know, but like
no,
I get it why she doesn't want to like walk in her neighborhood and all that. I wouldn't either.
no. So, well, we are at 9:18. I really don't have any other cards to share. Was there anything else you want to chat about?
Actually,
Or
my dog is asleep. We don't have to do this and we can end it if you want. I was going to see if anybody wanted a heaven card because I have my heaven and hell oracle.
oh, thank you, Miss
Don't want to do
Terody.
any hell messages. Thank you, honey. But if anybody wanted a heaven message, no question, it's just a message for the year. A heaven message, only heaven
Hello,
messages.
Carrie. Yep, in fact, hospitals used to put patient beds outside because they knew sunlight and fresh air.
Yeah, it
Yes,
does.
it
Yeah.
does.
You
It did
also
help a
get
lot of people.
negative ions when you're outside, which is a positive
Hmm.
thing, right? Negative
Hmm.
ions. And actually I won't even go down the whole rabbit hole. There's more to the whole vitamin D thing even than that. But yeah, and plus we're people in general, just like just as a society, we're under all this artificial light all the time. And so it's,
Hmm.
we're supposed to get the sun, right? People don't have to, they don't have to do it, but it's like we're supposed to get the sun, walk on the earth, watch the sunrise, watch the sunset. Nobody does that anymore. That kind of thing. But the sun, yeah, I get kind of annoyed this whole thing about like sunscreen and everything else. And it's like we really are supposed to be exposed to it. You don't have to. It's a choice, but it's like we are humans, you know.
Janet
We
has
are
us pretty
humans.
full. So, yeah, just, as I just want to say something because I think Janet might have felt like we were thinking she was stupid and not doing what she needed to do to keep herself healthy. And Janet, none of us want you to feel that way, honey, or think that way. We're just very concerned about each other, and we just want to make sure that we're all taking good care of ourselves and that we have the proper supports and things in place because we care and love about each other. So I don't want you to feel that there was any um, attack on you or, no one,
I don't know what I'm missing in the chat,
yeah, you don't.
but
So
it's like
I just wanted to
it's
address it.
just
We just
I
really
will
care about
say it's
everyone.
just she just said she has not left her house in 5 years. And I'm
So
just
we were
like,
just
okay,
concerned.
just that's fine. You don't have to, but going outside's a good idea. But if you can't do it or whatever, then don't.
Oh, we appreciate you too, Jan. There was nothing. All right, enough. Chris and Reggie, you can. You're. You know what? I don't appreciate the comments. They're being deleted. If you don't like what Allison has to say or what we're discussing, you don't need to be in our chat.
Also, you know what? I'm just gonna say something. If you got to come in here and take stuff sideways and can't see the reality, you're just trying to be a bully. I'm just gonna say it. I don't care.
So,
Come on, anybody that really watches this show, that really knows
me and
how and
Allison,
where we
yeah,
come from on everything, you clearly are on the wrong platform because you're just not paying attention. Sorry, Heather. I hope you
so
don't. It's like, come on, give
no,
me a break.
I am not
Nobody's
going
here to be
to.
mean to anybody. It's like, come on.
So I don't.
Clearly, there's a separate problem that has
Yeah.
nothing to do with what is going on here.
So if you can't say anything nice, then don't say it at all in my chat. I want this. It's been nice following your content. Okay, it's been nice knowing you. If you feel
Great.
like you wanna, you know,
Does
I'm
anybody want
sorry.
a heaven card? If not, that's fine. But please, let's not let whatever drag down our show.
Nope.
No. And this is a good time for me to spray my
Yes.
my lovely spray.
You mean this kind of spray?
Yes, I do. It's very good. It comes highly recommended.
Gee, I wonder who. Oh, and
I don't have
so
my feather.
delicious.
It smells so delicious. It's
and
ridiculous.
I put this on as a
perfume.
Perfume too.
It smells amazing. It really does. I'm gonna mute while I ring my bell. I want to clear out this negative energy.
Yeah. Miss Tarot D wants a card. All righty.
All right.
So we have 3 takers for a heaven.
All right. This is an angel message for the year of 2025. I'm going to do Miss Tarot D first. And so what I'll do is I'll go through the deck first. And I'll go through the deck once. And any cards that come out, I am going to consider your cards. That's how I've been doing it. Because it's didn't I talk about it? I talked about this deck already, right? How it's a little, I did. I remember.
Because we didn't do last week.
I wasn't on last week. It was the week before. It was the
one before.
And I showed it because I got it for Christmas. So, all right, Ms. Tarot D. Whoops, I'm not ready yet.
And Nancy's
looking at my candle for a second.
Most definitely.
It's so nice. Ms. Tarot D. For this 2025 year, heaven messages. All right. It's an interesting deck.
Bye, Shelby. I know I probably missed you already on your way out, my dear. Thank you for coming in, and happy birthday again to you, my dear.
Woo! Oh, wow. I only got 2, but they both flew out together. Okay. So something's going to get settled. I got restitution. The angel on this it's some of these I've never even heard of. I would assume this is pronounced Rochelle, Rochelle. Rochelle. So this is about something restitution, right? So you apply that to whatever would be needed. And then I have revelation. So there's something here that you will, well, you don't need me to explain this to you either, right? There'll be something that will come into your awareness, or you will realize something, or something will be proven true to you in some sort of way. But these are 2 marked events that will take place. Maybe they're even connected. They did fly out together, but I have restitution and revelation.
Ooh, very interesting.
And I don't know if you care or not. The number on the revelation one is 17, and the number on Rochelle is 69.
Ooh. I'm not going to touch that one, Miss Tarot D.
I know, don't worry, she will.
Oh, this is my new sweater. Don't snag it. You crazy cat.
Get so down. That's for you, Miss Tarot D.
All righty. So.
Who else?
Let me.
You said 2 others, right?
Yep, we have. Carrie would like one.
That's one of her horses. KK. Yeah. Her name's Karen, right? Mm-hmm. Or Carrie. Carrie. Mm-hmm. All right, KK. KK 2025 heaven message. Three shuffles. This has red gilding on it, which is gorgeous. These cards are very sharp. It about rips my thumb off.
Night,
Like shuffle on
Karen.
the side. Oh my
Thanks for
God.
being here, my
Good
dear.
night, Karen. All right.
Looking to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Miss Tarot D said, "Oh, I just perked up." Okay.
6-9. Did she say anything about the messages? Does she
Yes,
know what that
thank you.
is? Whoa.
Thank you. So restitution, interesting because of where I was approved for Medicare, which should have happened 2 years ago. Oh, because out of nowhere I was approved.
Nice.
Finally. That's great news, Miss
Yep.
Tarot.
Yeah, that's congratulations. That's good.
And Garden says right now they got Bob Dylan on the UK TV. There you go, enjoy.
So, Carrie, and I know you just said KK is Carrie.
Carrie.
Carrie. So, Carrie, there's something I have undertaking and completing missions, which is self-explanatory. So there's something that you're going to get involved with and see it through. And it's probably, possibly, I would think something that's somewhat substantial. Again, this is regarding your year, but it will be completed. You will feel a sense of this is rejuvenation. So throughout the year, in some sort of way, rejuvenation, right? So a renewal, or a resurgence of energy, or reinterested, or whatever in something, right? Rejuvenation. And I've read about all these cards, but they're pretty straightforward, pretty much what they sound like. Perception and revelation. So something, right, that you take in a certain way, and then you're going to have a, some sort of revelation, a realization of something, right? Something will come to you. Didn't Miss Tarot D just get revelation, right? Am I right? Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
But this is perception and revelation. So I'm surprised it doesn't say, well, they do keep the wording kind of. So I think you'll take in something, and then you're going to realize, oh, whatever that is, right? That's how I would take this. And I'm drawing a blank on reading about it, but that's, again, these are all pretty straightforward. So,
yay, I left my old job that was
nice.
draining and unfulfilling
Nice.
and plan on pursuing my new career using my gifts. Nice.
Awesome. Okay. Undertaking and completing missions, rejuvenation, perception, and revelation. Yeah, and those could all really go together. The third one could be separate, but the first two could definitely go together, right? You rejuvenated by a new job that you end up pursuing and getting involved with, and all of that. So, okay.
Very nice. So, Ange would like one.
Alrighty. All right, Ange.
So Tom was able to join us. So
hi, Tom.
Welcome,
Tom. Roots and waves. Ange.
Oh, Nancy. Hey, Tom, you're looking quite handsome tonight. I'm gonna go.
Ange.
So finally, we got Miss Tarot D and Tom both in the chat. Let the shenanigans commence. Nancy clearly can't see me. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. Knowledge of good and evil. So this is about seeing both sides of something. Could be a person, a situation, whatever. But it's kind of like seeing the light and the dark, and realizing that there is a place for both of these things, right? I mean, this is being kind of dramatic, saying evil. It's not necessarily evil, right? It's really about the light and the darkness. But yeah, knowledge of good and evil, and the awareness of it, and the knowledge of it, and the understanding of it. And you being so spiritual, I'm sure that makes sense. So this is probably like maybe embracing that even more is what I would take it, that you'll be doing that in 2025. Affinity and friendship. This would be somebody new coming into your sphere, into your world, that you'll probably strike up a kinship with.
Oh, nice. So,
And then healing is
wonderful.
just healing whatever you would know or maybe not know what this would be. Healing can be on so many levels. I'm sure just even your channel is very healing for you, but this is about the healing of something in your life. So yeah.
Very nice. And Mousy has joined us. And Carrie has said, I want to pursue spiritual counseling and animal communication blended with energy healing. Miss Tarot D, that's
Oh,
beautiful. And hello, Gypsy JJ. So yes, awesome. I hope you liked that, Ange. And the last one that was requested was Christina.
Carrie, you can talk to my dog and and have him tell
Let's
me what the
see.
heck's
Ange
going on with
said,
him.
knowledge of good and evil, infinity plus friendship and healing. Okay, awesome. Thank you,
You're
Allyson.
welcome.
So, Christina. And then we'll be able to.
Christina. Oh, I love how your name is spelled.
A lot of people say that. It's pretty cool.
Christina. I love Y's when they're used instead of I's. My name's got a Y instead of an I, but I just do though. I really like how that looks, and I like Christina with a K. Okay. Christina Colley.
And Carrie says, I would love that, Allyson, to talk to your doggy.
Yeah, you can totally is that somebody that you share with, Heather, or no?
Yeah, Carrie, get a hold of me. Well, Allyson, I think I put your, no, I don't put your,
You can share
email
my number with
address.
her if you want.
I'll share your number. Okay.
That's fine. Yep.
So Carrie, reach out to me.
You could text
with
me
my
if you
email.
want. It's up to you, or you can email. If you want to email, Heather can give you my email as well. Either one, if you don't mind, Heather.
No, I don't mind.
Thank
Anything
you.
to help my little scouty.
Thank you, Carrie.
My little scouty.
All right,
She's like,
so
yours.
Christina. Yep. Christina Colley, 2025 heaven message.
Miss Tarot D, I hope Sonny's feeling better after his surgery.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah, Sonny had to have surgery for kidney stones for it. So, yeah. I think Christina's still here. Christina, I hope you're still here. I'll reach out. Okay, thanks, Carrie.
Thank you, honey. Is Christina still here?
I haven't seen her.
I'm not as confident as cards coming out when somebody's not around.
Miss Tarot D says, yes, he is much better. He is much, much better. The puppy's also happy because she can attack him again. Oh, Lola. So, Christina, honey, are you still here?
Did anybody else want one?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
So Ange just put in the chat too, asked if she was here.
Okay.
She's in Australia, so I don't know if
All
she
right.
got pulled away from. But so anything fun planned for this weekend? Oh no, she is
well,
here. She is here.
She
Sorry,
is here. I got
Okay, thanks, Christina, for letting us know.
I got transformation. So there's some
Ooh.
sort of a definite transformation, change that's going to happen, right? In some part of your life. Again, apply this where it makes sense. And then I also got intellectual lucidity. And I can't, you know, I'm going to look this one up because I can't remember what this one said. And this was one of them that was kind of
Good night, Nancy, my dear. Mwah. Enjoy.
Obtaining consolation and compensations. Morality and religion. Well, I don't know. Maybe you'll know what this means to you, but intellectual lucidity. But the transformation was the one that really flew out. So there's something that's gonna, and just getting to or how this one came out, transformation. So I don't know if there's something you've been working on or not, but something is going to have gone through the whole process, right? Start to finish, and transform. Yeah. I still don't understand. Does anybody else get that? What I was just reading again. There, like I said, there's a couple cards in this deck. I'm kind of like, but yeah, intellectual lucidity. So
intellectual lucidity.
Yeah.
I know lucidity is being lucid.
Lucid. I know what lucid is, but intellectual, and it's like I just don't see how you would put the two together. So I'm not really sure. But anyways, and I'm too tired to figure it out. And again, I just got this deck for Christmas. I've only worked with it a little bit. It's very unusual. I do like it. Yes. It's got two. Okay. It's got two sides. It's got heaven and hell, which sounds so dramatic, but it's like, and even the hell ones, they're not bad. They're really not. I actually just prefer the heaven messages, but and again, interestingly enough, I was telling Heather privately that this would be a good one to use with the true crime, just because of the 1-word messages, or one to 3-word messages that are on each card. It definitely could lean itself, especially the reverse, the hell messages.
It's interesting that you just mentioned the true crime, because someone just came into chat just like a moment ago, named Miss Darnisha. Thank you, Heather. You guys were so spot on about the Nazia Harris case back in February. So it's interesting.
I just got goosebumps. Wow.
So you're welcome, Darnisha. I hope they find her soon. And so, all righty. Well, and yes, Carrie, let us know when your channel is up and running, and we'll have to have you on and join us and talk about it. So, woo. Anywho, everybody. So, like I was asking earlier, you got anything planned for this weekend?
I kind of did, but with Scout being the way he is, I might end up just staying home.
Yeah.
We'll see. I gotta know. I gotta see how it goes.
Okay. And so, Carrie, email me, and then I'll be able to give you both Allyson's email and number. Will you guys do a live update on about it? No, Darnisha, we're not going to touch any more on the case, sweetheart. I know a lot of other channels like to keep polling and rehashing on cases, but really right now, Jackie and I feel, and Sylvia feel, that we did what we could, and we just wish, the best to you, her family, her friends, and hope that justice is done by Nazia and that they find her. So much love to you.
The guy's still in jail, right?
The guy's supposed to be
He's already in prison on something else.
Well, he's up for trial now for her, but I don't.
Right, but isn't he incarcerated still? He's been in jail.
Yeah, he's been in jail, but from what I understand, the last time I looked was he wasn't giving out wasn't saying anything.
That's okay.
She says, yeah, he's still in jail.
Yeah, he's not getting out. I think he's in prison. I don't think he's in jail. I think he's in prison. He's probably I mean, I know what you're saying, but it's like I believe he's in prison.
And everybody's sending Scout.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah, and so for me, just chilling out, working on my cards, going through, donating some more stuff, we're getting the ball rolling. So we got 3 months, so excited, and we're supposed to get snow, so we are going to just hunker down for a bit this weekend. We did our shopping and just chilling and relaxing, and if I have any time left over, I might do a pop-up this weekend, not sure yet, but Nancy and I will be back on Monday. Nancy will be hosting on her channel, The Divine Feminine. and we're going to be talking about the goddess and poetry. So we'll probably be writing some poetry of our own
Aw.
on the goddess, and looking and finding beautiful poetry that we find, that's been written for other goddesses. So it'll be a night of the goddess, divine feminine, and poetry. So and just going to be doing some readings with Elizabeth and Karen on Sunday at 5. So check that out. And so, and I'm going late. Oh, tonight late with Bill. Oh, I'll probably be in bed by Ange. Have a great show with Bill. Have a lot of fun. So everybody, thank you again for joining Allyson and I. We hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you on our next show. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a good night.